Greetings everyone and welcome back to Kenshi and to Dustwall, where, as you can see, people are very busily running around. Now, I have gone ahead and I've added a bunch of training jobs to pretty much everyone who had anything below the stats that our current training devices can train up to. As a result, we're going to be seeing people running back and forth quite a lot. It's going to impact our overall productivity quite heavily, and that's just something we're gonna have to live with for now. But on the whole, I'm reasonably happy seeing what we've got. We are currently trying to put together a no, it doesn't look. Oh no, we're probably putting together some lights. Right, okay, that's fine. But we're getting all sorts of things built as well. Now, as we were aware in the last episode, we're not far off having some issues on their way in regards in the shape of the bandit bones and also the Shek Kingdom wanting to take all of our food. We are currently in a fight though. It's a nothing fight. This is going to be over with quickly, I imagine. Though Aavak taking blows, really? Come on now. Is everything sorted? Big Al putting them down. Yes. With bony fists. Perfect. I approve. We're not going to be putting anyone into jail for now, though. But I am strongly considering dismantling these. I know I've only just built the bloody things, but getting them down here would make more sense to me. I think we could have like a little campfire or something, and a few cages around here. Now, that being said, I wouldn't mind having some sort of wall in there. I don't know, perhaps having a building of some sort would be a big help in that regard at the very least. Now, we are currently trying to put together all the farms, it seems. No, we are not. We are still waiting on that. We've got a couple of cactus farms and a wheat straw farm. We are instead working on the lights. Oh no, there we go, Crumble John. Bringing in something, I think. No? Are you also working on this? Oh my lord, it's hard to tell what everyone's working on, but they're all moving around, which is actually quite good. At this point, though, it's clear to me that this is much more of a... it would be a much better idea to have Talcas and Oxherd following someone else. So I think I'm going to have Talcas and Oxherd follow Crumble John. Yes, let's get both of you together, and you can follow Crumble John. Where is Crumble John is the question. There we go. Good, you both follow Crumble John around. You'll get much better athletics as a result. There you go. Right, get to it both. There we are. That should train them up nice and fast. Ooh. Garu. We need the meat, frankly. I'm all aboard for this. Alright then, Beep. Beep, one of our farmers. I would like you to man the guns, if you could. Could I get you to man this turret? And actually, while you're busy over here, Infinite Wing-Wang, could I get you to also man this turret? There we are. And we'll see what we can do in just a second. Now, the Garu will be around in a moment. Let's give them time to get all the way around. Come on, you. Walk a little bit faster, please. Let's have Crumble John. Have you get up there on this turret. Go ahead and man that one. Now, where is Infinite Wing-Wang? Infinite Wing-Wang is engaging... what exactly? What are you shooting at? I have no Scooby why you always keep trying to shoot over that hill. It's a little bit distracting, frankly. Just a little bit. Are they going to turn around? Yes, they are. Okay, time for us to let people get inside and then engage. Right, that door... No. Oh, I guess. Could you head inside? We're going to close this door. Get on in. Dunk. That's right. And close this door then. Close. Right, Crumble John. Well, that's closing. Yeah. You can go ahead and start shooting at this Garu. You can shoot at the same Garu as well. And Beep, you can shoot at that same Garu. There we go. Get a little bit of food. Fire! All of the shootings, all of the time. Please and thank you. Go ahead and engage. No? Have you all stopped because that other Garou is out of... Drat. Okay, maybe I'm going to need to have a very, very specific group for my gunners. All of you shoot there, please. Wow, you're bad at this. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking that maybe closing the doors was not the right idea. Maybe I should have allowed them out. Oh well. You can all stop fighting now. Seems that... Oh no, they're coming back, it would appear. Are they going to run straight into the fight? No, they're just grouping together. Badly wounded, though. No, ain't coming. Well, I could have Aavak head out there and try and get a bit of attention there. I think that might be a good idea. Come on then, Aavak. Let's go... Well, actually, if I tell you to attack the target, it will probably... No, will it not turn around? Interesting. Still, we'll try and draw them in. Honestly, I think this group should be able to take out a pack of Garou. We'll see. Take a few shots. And pop. Then run away. Get all the way back in. The whole army should be out here in a moment. There we are. It's gonna hurt. They're gonna do a chunk of damage. But we will ultimately win. And it'll also train up our toughness, so I'm okay with that. Let's have a watch of this. Have a quick look. Yeah, we've got the right sort of weapons for these fights, frankly. The pups are already down. Oh, Telkas is already taken out quite the beating, unfortunately. Oxford is coming in. That one's down. There we go. And peeps are taking care of themselves. Excellent. Did someone take care of Telkas? Telkas taken care of? Telkas is taken care of. Bard, could you do me a favor and pick up Telkas? That's right. And then take Telkas inside. Go ahead. Take Telkas up to the top, and then put Telkas down. Right, okay, so, with that done, everyone is generally taking care of each other. This is awesome. Now, what I would love is forage from animal. Have they already been foraged? This is a quandary. What are you working on presently? Because you're working straight to the training dummy, of course. Okay. You'll head to the training dummy and then we'll have time to see if you wrap that up and then head out and start automatically harvesting meat. Because currently everyone is making a big run for the training dummy. All of those who are presently set to try and take care of foraging from animals. We'll go to the training dummy first. Since one was free, everyone will be lying for it. I wish that was a little bit different, honestly. That they would realize that, yeah, no, we can't do it. Everyone is trying to get there. It's not going to work out that way. Right. You actually did manage to train. Okay. Very well. Who else is currently set for looting animals? If anyone is. You know what? Infinite Wing Wang? Sure. Okay. Let's set up foraging animals then. As a thing that you do. In fact, Crumble John as well. And Aavak can as well. There you go. If you could all get on top of that, that would be great. Let's have a watch if this works. No, you're currently probably taking care of engineering. It's a bit of a pain to get all of this done, but... Well, at least we've got more turrets. And they will probably be there in time for the big fights. But let's go ahead and make sure Infinite Wing Wang then. We'll pop this up above engineering. Crumble John, exactly the same. Above engineering. Just for now, just so we can see if this works out properly. Because I'm still having trouble making this an automatic thing. Right, so, we've had a couple of forages going on. Soon, I will check what's actually there. So, Crumble John, did you leave anything? Yes, but that could be because you're full. Okay, so I'll allow that for now. It's apparently... Ooh, there we are. Now, let's have a look. You could easily pick that up. I mean, it could be that we lack a place to haul leathers to. That is definitely another option. So perhaps we should make sure we've got storage for skins. That being said, I'm fairly certain we do. Let me have a quick... let's have a quick look in here. We've got storage here for hemp. Do we have storage for skins? Storage for food items. There won't be skin storage in there, or at least I very much doubt it. Let's have a look on top. Did we build any kind of storage in here? No. Alright then, let's add in... It's quite likely that any kind of cloth making or armor making will happen in here. So let's go and see if we can't find a skin storage. This is something I should have built a long bloody time ago. Skins, there we go. We'll pop this right about there. There we go. And might as well have a leather one there as well. There we are. That'll do. Confirm. Hopefully we can get that built reasonably fast. Everyone's inventories are full of nonsense right now, though, unfortunately. Do we have these built? No, not quite. We're sort of getting there. The cactus harvest is being directed straight towards building, which is actually quite good. Oh, wait, no. Wheat straw. All of the meat in the universe. Humble John, could you do me a favour? Could you go and work the inventory here? This is not... Oh, drop these down as well. Someone else can come and pick them up eventually, I'm sure. Could you take these out and put them somewhere better? Because frankly, that's just dumb. I want food storage. Drop these off in there. There you go. Then you can pick these back up. And this one. There we are. Perfect. All of that meat should be fine for the time being. What's Beep up to? Oh wow, Beep. Weren't lying when they said your limbs get chopped off easily. You get. That is not a good times for you. Good. We've got all of the turrets set up. That is actually pretty awesome. How close are we to finish the skins barrel? Very close, as it happens. Excellent. Now to see if people can haul skins in there. Is that going to automatically happen? Because if so, that's brilliant. Is that what you're doing? Are you going to... Hooray! Happiest of all days. Happiest of all days. This is absolutely amazing. Okay, so from now on, we're just going to assault any animal that wanders past, and we're automatically going to grab all of their bits and store them. This is brilliant. We've got loads of food in there for Telcat and Oxherd as well. What on earth are you guys doing? Are you alright? I think they're broken. Okay, you move over there. Also, I'm going to quickly rebuild the world. Doesn't look like there's much that needs rebuilding. What are you doing? Foraging animals. I feel that you need to bring that stuff over here. Okay, what we're going to do then is ahead of the forage animals job, I'm going to put store skins. For those who do it, foraging animals should also involve taking skins to storage, because that way they should pick up the skins, and once they've got the skins in their inventory, they'll drop them off. That's what I'm hoping will be the case, at any rate. It might not work out that way, but we'll see. Store the skins. There we go. Let's have a look if that now works. Are they going to realize they've got to store things? It looks like... Where on earth are you going? You are currently going to be an engineer. Marvellous. I approve. More. More Carol. Beep. Beep, beep, beep. Can you be up here, Beep? Man the guns. You will never get there. It's never going to happen. Alright then. Aavak, care you to go and murderize the Garu down here? There we are. That should pull everyone down as soon as this is built. That should literally pull everyone into this fight. Oh, excellent. Cactus farmers then. That means my farmers need to be given a new job. Is this the only one that is finished? Yes. So, yoink. We'll get you also operating this cactus farm. In fact, you focus on the cactus farms first. You'll have the cactus farms all together at the end. Miss Minnie. Likewise, cactus farms together, please. There we go. Now then, let's have a quick look at how this fight is going down. Nah, Aavak's not doing amazingly well, I'll be honest. I would like to see you not getting mauled by herbivores quite as much. But sure. Taking a few solid stomach hits there. And Aavak probably does more damage to our own people than anything else, if I'm perfectly honest. I gotta get that precision shooting up a bit better. And there's only one way to do it, and that is by repeatedly shooting people. It's bad times. Super bad times. But there we go. And we're done. Right, everyone should be patched up and gotten back inside. That is quite awesome, though. There we go. We've got a couple more things that everyone's going to be working on for a bit, but overall, I'm quite happy to see that is more or less working as planned. Still don't have any animal skins, put away mind, but that'll come with time. Alright, okay. Well, we're going to pass a bit more time. Let's have a quick look at when we can expect our friends to join us. About a day and a quarter each. That shouldn't be too bad. We have special goods for you, no hives. Alright. I'm not going to say no to special goods, I'm going to be honest with you. Let's go and have a quick chat. Let's get out there then, Griffin. Stock up while you can. You won't get another chance all the way out here in the Outlands, human. Let me see your supplies. Okay, well, you've got a decent amount of building materials, not something we need, though. Ooh, now that right there, definitely something we want. Okay, I'll take as many of them as I can. That was as many as we could. Can I give you things? I could possibly sell some of these. 35. It's not so bad. Let's go ahead and get rid of a bunch of this meat then. There we are. Are there many things we can sell over here? Yes, there absolutely are. And it's 108%, so sure. Let's sell all of that. We've almost wiped out all of your supplies. It's glorious. Let's go ahead and take the remainder there. I could buy them iron plates, but I'll be honest, I begrudge it massively. Massively. I'm not going to give you money for things that I'm producing. And that being said, I just bought first aid kits and we are now producing those. But with that done, let's go ahead and close out the Hive Caravan boss. We have wares for you. No. We're good, thanks. Griffin, I require that you transfer all of these wonderful books across to... Can we not? Okay, fine. We'll do it this way then. Ah, there we are. For some reason, sometimes it just doesn't quite take. And I have no idea why that is. Let's drop these off as well. Okay, you're good, Griffin. You can take care of things. And now that we've got that, there's some things that we need to have a look at. Right, so, research. We want training. I desperately want turret training. Actually, there will be a quick way to train up some basic competence in the use of mounted turrets. Well, I'm alright with that. Yeah, sure. We'll go all the way to training 2. Industry, rain collector. Improved stone mining wouldn't be a bad one. Sure, we'll grab that. And improved stone mining 2. Okay, we'll grab that one as well. As for farming, we don't need any of that. Defense, nothing we can get just yet. Fabric manufacture, if we can make our own fabric, it makes clothing and armor crafting more cost effective. Well, we've already got fabric though. I might grab this just because it's one book and it may have a few things that will unlock as a result of having that. Fuel generator theory, battery power, biofuel, searchlights, outpost efficiency. battery capacity. Not things that we strictly need right now. However, this is definitely something that would be worth looking at. We're going to grab medicine so we can make some better first aid kits. Clothing manufacture would be quite nice. If I got weapon melting, I'd be able to get a little bit more ore out of the weapons that people leave after we smite them. But I'm just not that interested in that one just yet. Clothing, though, and leather armor crafting are things that I'm actually quite interested in. Sure, we'll get hats and the like. Simple clothing types. Oh, gi. That's actually quite cool. Alright. Okay, so we're going to be going into in a pretty big way, getting our own clothing sorted. Ooh, what's going on there? You hope you don't starve to death out here in your stone houses. You'll regret not buying our chew sticks. What? We're drowning in our own food. Once again, I see why Shrike isn't super duper fond of the hivers. Gonna be honest, I can see why. Where are the majority of my people, though? What are they currently doing? Okay, well, Aavak is up there. Right, that means you best not be carrying a bunch of stuff. Okay, looks like you might not be. Let's get outside. I want to make double sure that you have, in fact, looted everything you need to loot. Let's go and poke our hands in. Empty, good. Over here, loot. Super empty, good, good, good. And over here, loot. This would be grand if... Oh, this is amazing. So glad to see this. Absolutely fantabulous. Fantabulous, I tell you. Let's go and have a look how much we managed to get from that. 27 skins. Really nice. Actually, really super nice. We've got no fabrics because we are making medkits. That's just the thing that's happening. I might like it if people were to drop off their medkits, honestly. Since they would condense in there. And then we could just take out a few odds and sods. We've got 3 harsh ones. Oh, I really thought that they would condense. That's a bit of a problem then, I'll be honest. Well, you already have a high enough quality to make use of that, so I might as well have you... what? Really? Okay, looks like I'm gonna... Because I'm impatient, I'm gonna make sure that everyone is dropping off all of their items themselves. Have emptied out their inventory properly. Otherwise, I have to wait for them to be in a position where they have nothing to do, and then they'd drop it off. Okay, you will actually be okay with having one of these, so... yeah, I'll give you one. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to organize everyone's inventory as best I can, whilst waiting for the next raid. I shall bring you back when there's more to report. And welcome back. We have made quite a lot of progress in your absence. We only have an hour or two before the Band of Bones and the Shek Kingdom arrive. Aavak and Hobbs getting into a bit of trouble. You silly, silly boys. But let's have a look at exactly how long we have. First and foremost, we have 2 hours before the Band of Bones are here. Okay, that's not too far in the future. Now, we've completed all of the research. We have also built a training turret, and currently only the farmers are actually using it. I know they're not exactly the best ones, but I figured I'd have the farmers do it primarily because I had Beep working on it, and Beep needs to eat less, and so seems like a pretty good candidate for a permanent turret gunner gate guard eventually. We've also got more and more of the farms up and running. They are growing at the moment, or this one should be at the very least. It's Bard and Beep are currently harvesting fields. Okay, well that's fine. You'll eventually get to it. Hobbs, how are things going up for you over here? Let's have a little watch. It's not going to take very long for you guys to finish off this fight, I imagine. Now, training is ongoing as well. We have upgraded the stone mine to stone mine 3, which means now there's only 2 workers required for it to have the maximum amount of efficiency, which is actually pretty awesome. Down here, we are generally doing fairly well for ourselves in regards to anything like food and the likes, which is obviously something we're going to have to restrict access to in the fairly near future, I'll be honest. Ooh, looks like something has pulled the entire group into the fight. Okay, well, this fight must have gone close enough that they decided that it was time to wipe everything out. To be fair, actually, Aavak is getting hurt, but he is fighting whilst carrying someone. So I'll give you a bit of a bye for all the times you've been clonked today, Aavak. Right, we've got a hive of activity over here. Everyone is trying to do training where they can. But I am really quite interested in getting someone inside so I can actually have a look at how much food we've stockpiled. It's kind of a useful bit of information. Not doing too well. And that's probably largely because we've recently been moving a lot of the cactus. In fact, all of the cactus of the last harvest went straight into this farm. And honestly, all of the cactus from the next well, a reasonable amount will be going into this one. Then we're going to lay off upgrading for a little bit, just so that we can restock our food stores. I think that would probably be a pretty wise option. But we have got a lot of things that we can now work on in terms of building. And that's what I would really like to get to right now. We've got a leather bin, we've got a skins bin. What we want to look for then is crafting, I would imagine. So we've got the clothing bench, medical workbench. Oh, okay, well, it's just these then. Alright, well, the clothing bench would be fine for us to build. Do we not have any way of producing leather yet? That is a bit strange one. It's not going to be under mining, surely, no. Storage, tech, training, walls. No, I would imagine it would be under crafting. Food? No. I mean, it was possible that it might be under food because you get skins off animals, and that's usually for food. But okay, well, we don't have any kind of workbench for producing leather yet. But I think we can tuck this workbench right about here. That way it's still close to a few things. We're also going to need some lights in here as well. So let's go ahead and pop down that. Do you want a ceiling fan? No, we want just a regular lamp then for now. Pop this about here, should cast some decent light around there. On that note, let's get one over there as well. Yeah, just to make sure that we've got a good bit of light over there. But yeah, I'm really quite surprised that we have nothing for the skinning. Just a skinning rack. Maybe it is an external thing. Nope. Nope, nothing there. Camping, maybe? No, that was a bit of a... That was a very, very long stretch, though, to be fair. Alright, well, we don't seem to have anything for producing skins at the moment. But that shouldn't be too bad for the time being. We only need 3 iron plates for this, which we may actually already have. No, we don't, unfortunately. We had some stored in the iron refinery, though, so that's not so bad. There we go. Let's see how many we have here. A reasonable amount. That's not too much of a problem. Right. If we have a look back on factions. 1 hour until the Band of Bones launch their attack. Oh, the ceiling lamp is already done. Very nice. And we may even get this finished now. We're going to be 1 out. Oh, no. There we go. Never mind. Got everything needed. Aavak, please put the body down. Oh, goodness. Right, there we are. Building a clothing bench constructed in this one. Right, for our crafters then. Currently, Matt is doing the sciencey things, so electronics. I am having you work on the medical workbench and research bench. I'm not sure if this one requires for us to have science skill or laboring. I don't know on that yet. Or whether this will run on armor smithing or some other skill. I would imagine it would be armor smithing, honestly. Right, well, let's have a look through. We've got various hats, which is actually kind of cool. That would help with dust storms. That's not a terrible idea. Tangle must. Quite a good head padding and simple cloth. It can be wrapped around the face to protect the eyes in dust storms. That's reasonable as well, 90%. We can get that up to... Oh, can we get everything up to standard? That's actually quite nice. Turtlenecks has no armor value. White vest, probably also none. Worn out shirt, wool hat. None of these... Well, I mean, the gi pants are not bad. Now... We could start selling these. It does depend a little bit on how much this would all involve. Still, blunt resistance, cut resistance, I mean, they're not terrible. Let's have a look for one of the best things we could do. How much would a tangle must require? 1.4 hours out of resources. Well, that's reasonable, I suppose. Black cloth shirt, basket hat. This just gives us dust storm protection. Though it also gives us a better stealth effect, but has a negative perception. I would like to see if this has any kind of... No, it doesn't have any sort of negative to perception. So that's a reasonable one, actually. Ingredients, just 1 fabric. Alright. Make me a bunch of these, then. I'd also like some vests. Turtlenecks. I can never say no to a tactile neck. So let's get a bunch of those. The reality is it's going to be a long time before we get these. So let's just keep it to 3 each for now. That won't be too bad. Let's make sure that Shrike and Jin are both set up on this, though. So both of you can have this one in there. And I would actually like that above the medical workbench. For the most part. Yeah, you should really only be working the medical workbench if it's required. If Matt isn't working it, we've got a decent amount of medical supplies, honestly. How are we doing here with electronics? Doing quite nicely, actually. Okay, I'm fairly happy with that. Now, it'll take a while once the Band of Bones decide to launch their raid for them to arrive. So I'm going to pass a bit of time until they get here, and of course the Shack Kingdom as well, not long after. We may end up seeing them have a bit of a brawl outside, but we have got a lot more firepower now. I am reasonably confident that we're going to be able to handle it, but the Band of Bones did escalate their attack wave last time, so anything is possible. I'll bring you back when they arrive. Okay, it looks like we have the Shek tribute, the tax collectors on the way here right now. Yeah, it's time for us to recall everyone then. Right, miners, you're the main ones we need to recall. So let's turn off your jobs for now. I would like all of the miners over here on this side. They can help out with all the engineering there as a result. Let's get you down there. Next up, I am going to want Beep. Well, actually, our farmers are currently farming. Still... that entire thing needs to be brought in. That harvest is right there. Beep. Still, let's get you to man this gun. And Miss Minnie, you can man this one. I would like Aavak up next, manning this gun. There we go. We'll get Crumble John. Let's get you on one of these. Let's see if we can't get you there. There we are. Go, go, go. I'm going to want... Well, as soon as I see who grabs which gun over here, we'll set that up properly. Ruka, go ahead and man that turret, actually. We should have everyone we need down here at that point. As soon as all of our miners get in, there we go. Let's go ahead and close that door. Perfect. Right. There we are. Right, you... Oh, no, Big Al was still trying to get in. I'm sorry, Big Al. Let me open the door for you. Go ahead. In you go. There we are. And then we can close this door. Perfect. Right. You can now have your jobs back on. Go ahead. No, no, no. Why is that open still? Please close. There we go. Right. Jobs are back on. There we are. Beep. Let's get you in position. Ruka's manned this turret. Oh, Miss Minnie's on her way. No, Miss Minnie was going for the other one. There we are. Perfect. Ruka currently manning the turret, I believe. Or should we? Aimless. Not liking that one. What's that? We'll see. Can Ruka not use this turret? Oh. Return to tribute has arrived at Dustle. Well, they're going to be hanging out for a little bit longer. Can you actually man this? Oh, it looks like that turret is in an awkward position. That's a bit of a pain, I'll be honest with you. Okay, well, you guys hang out there. We are going to want back here. Let's grab our crafters. Soulwind. Gonna want you there. Man this turret. Matt. Let's have a look at who's got the better turret skills. Not you. Absolutely not you. Jin, you can man it though. Go ahead, man that turret. And with that done, see, who else is decent with turrets? Not you. Infinite Wing Wang here. Aavak is over on that side, so that's no-go there. So I guess it's going to be Jin. Jin, go ahead, man this turret for me. Please and thank you. Go ahead. Now, what we're going to require is actually... First, Jin, go and grab the food. Let's get you in there. Grab all of the noms. Womp. And there you are. And we'll have you move straight back out, so as not to cause any particular issues. Shall we be super cheeky and just have you go and chat with them? That would actually be really funny. Now, they're just outside. I could set up this fight. Okay, let's see if we can get the timing right. Go ahead, have a look, grab whatever food you can find. I trust you have our tribute ready, Flatskin. Take whatever we owe you. Check the stores. You won't find anything, because I'm a scallywag. Man, the turret's there. What is Soulwind trying to shoot at? I have no idea, but I hope you will stop. Now, where are the band of bones? Got all the turret positions filled. Band of bones should be here any second now. Still a little ways out, actually. Jin, could you man this instead, please? I know you're trying to put your food back, but don't. That would be an awful time to do... Oh, will you stop being so conscientious right now? The wrong time, Jin. Are they still loitering around inside? No, they're generally wandering out. Let's turn off your jobs. Then have you man the turret. I want to see the Band of Bones arrive first. Where are you? They're apparently here. Ah, there we are. Right, have we got any shack heading out? A shack does not surrender to defeat so easily. Ah, damn. Okay then. We don't seem to have everything set yet. So let's close that door. Jin, your jobs are back on now. Oh, well, actually, no. We're going to leave it as is. Okay then, peeps. Everyone start shooting. Shoot at the everyone. Ruka, can you man this turret? There we go. No, you were a turret gunner for such a brief time. Bit of a shame, that one. Infinite Wing Wang, Matt. Everyone should be out here repairing things. It looks like they are actually fighting. Oh, fantastic. That did work in the end. Excellent. How this will go down, I don't know, but right now we've got more engineers working on this side, so Ruka and Miss Minnie, could you please well, actually, you know what, just let it play out. This might go down really, really fast because of the presence of the Shack Kingdom here for the fight. How's that doing? That's fine. This one shouldn't be struggling too much. Watch. There's a decent amount of damage being done, and everyone's training up their skills, you know, which is awesome as well. Looks like you're possibly going to get involved. Hard to say. We'll see now. No, you're just wandering off. Well, fat lot of good you were. Still, this group is almost completely wiped out. You're going to bleed out regardless what happens at this point. It's just whether you keep doing damage before that's over. Alright, Crumble John. Yeah, everyone is re-aiming now. The only problem here is that the shots could go through and actually hit our own people through the gate. That would be kind of awful, frankly, but let's have a watch of this. Yeah, the gate is taking a bit of damage, but overall, I would say we're not in any particular issue here. They've been defeated. Excellent. Ouch, I think one of ours just got shot in the face. And again, actually. Ruka, please stop being shot. There we go. We win! That was not too bad at all. We can go ahead and open this door. Likewise over here. There you go. Everyone can stop gate guarding now. Right, that shouldn't have added any jobs in, no. But I am quite upset that this did not work at all. Might have to dismantle it then. It's no good in having it there. Crumble John, what are you talking about? It's empty. Could you go and grab these? Or Aavak, actually, if that's the case. Let's grab all of them. Of course, you could repair from there as well, using witchcraft. I'm not going to report you to the authorities. Right, let's have a look. Have we got another position we could put the mounted crossbow? We do. We do. We can actually have it on the far side. I did like having them all together, but it does look that just won't work. So let's pop that one there instead. There we go. I do want 4 on each side. That works out particularly well, I feel. So there's no reason not to keep rolling with that. The door should be repaired reasonably fast. Now, we will be throwing them into the incinerator, which I'm not entirely sure I really want to incinerate the corpses, despite having the incinerator there. Forage animals, no. I want to remove them from my premises. That being said, I don't think we're going to do that, simply because they're not inside. We managed to take care of them before that ever became an issue. Do we have anyone else who's currently... No, you're throwing out as well, so it should be okay. Now, we could have a look through, see if we can find anyone who's got a bounty. And then stick them in the cage and then take them off somewhere else at some eventual time of our choosing later on. But it doesn't look like any bounties there, at least. Well done on the mounted crossbow, though. Let's have a quick look through. It would be wonderful if there was a much easier way of doing this, because that said, the bandit bones are reasonably good for training. Ruka, can you do me a favour? Loot this in. Take their armour for the most part. Yeah, they can keep their pants. Allow them to have their modesty for now. Then pick them up. Now, I want them in a cage. There we go. We'll decide if we want to deal with them later. You can go ahead and actually first aid them too if you feel like it. Let's just make sure they don't actually die in there. There we go. Excellent. Now, I should be able to get a couple of the bits of armor up here. I'm not sure if I actually have any room for the armor that I've just picked up off them. Which is a bit of a potch. Anybody here? Yes, we do. Excellent. Let's drop that off. We should have room for their weapon as well. Perfect. Right, let's go and grab another one then. At this point, it's purely random. I just need people who aren't dead. Go ahead and pick this one up. We're going to ferry them over to the cages. We might as well, so that we can continue with our training regime. The fight clubs must continue. It was terrible that we had to stop, but here we are, nevertheless. Right, there we go, and you can use their own... you're probably not going to use their first aid kit, but it's fine. Just get them all patched up, so that they at least don't die on us. Right, next one. Go ahead and pick that one up. Get them into a cage. Now, many of them are going to wake up in time. I don't actually mind. They can go ahead and wake up if they particularly want to. I don't believe that they will try to free their fallen brethren. If they did, that wouldn't actually be that big of an issue for me, because they'd be getting up and then wandering straight into the middle of the camp, where they would promptly be put back down. The main thing is that they should come to in a kind of a staggered way, so you haven't got all of them active at the same time. That would be a little bit of a concern, I imagine. First aid you as well. We'll eventually bring you food, maybe. I do need to set up another house and a bunch of cages for them, realistically. Can I get any more in there? I should be able to. There we go. And these as well. Perfect. And then your weapons too. There we are. Awesome. Oh, we've still got one ninja key there. Alright. Nice. I approve. With that, let's just make sure that everyone has got all of their jobs turned on. It doesn't look like we've got many issues, if any. So let's just be doubly certain. There we are. By just toggling everything off and then everything back on again. There we go. Perfect. People are training. Good, good, good. People are also doing a little bit of training over here as well. Every now and then, what I do is I pop through. I see someone training something. For example, you're training lock picking. You've got your lock picking to 16. We can take it up to 20, so we're going to keep going with that. Shrike. Melee attack is 13. Now you get such diminishing returns as it nears the maximum. Still, I feel that we've got so many people that we can now afford to be a little bit inefficient with that and just let them train it all the way up. I think that would generally be better. Chromogram, what do you keep talking about? It being empty. It's empty. It's so empty. My soul. Let's have a look. Have you got any kind of dialogue going on? Because all I'm seeing from you is it's empty. What is empty? I have no idea. But it must be the shack. It can only be the shack. I haven't got a Scoopy on that one, but oh well. It's not the worst thing, I suppose. We've got all of the farms are being taken care of. We're going to let a couple, as I mentioned, a couple of rounds of food come in before we upgrade those farms. I don't want to have to worry too much about that. Alright, let's make sure that you've popped all your food back. Can't be hoarding food now. That would be naughty. There we are, that'll do. How are we doing for bread? Not so great, actually. A lot of our wheat straw was used up recently. Still, that's not terribly bad. It will take us a little while to get all of this going. It needs water, though, and what is the problem? Why is Miss Winnie not bringing water? Oh no, actually, she is. That's good. I feel that maybe upgrading our well would be a good idea. What do we need for that? Building materials and iron plates. Yes, absolutely. Get that going. And we can upgrade it even further? Does it become an electric well? Oh yes, it does actually look like it's going to be automated. Well, I'm all on board for that one. Oh my lord, the amount of materials I'm going to have to go through their inventories and cart out. That is a massive podge. Still, it looks like it can even be upgraded further. Oh no, that's a downgrade. I do apologize. There we go. So this is just going to gradually produce its own water. Well, that makes things a lot easier for my farmers. So go ahead, take away working. Same here. And beep. No more need to work on that one. It'll just gradually stockpile up. Well, that being said, perhaps having them store the water wouldn't be a bad idea. Sure. At the very bottom of your queue of things to do, make sure that you're hauling water into the water tank when you can. I think that makes a lot of sense, honestly. Right. Is Jin and... wow, we've got a lot of people who are bored. Okay, well, it's kind of a good sign. But both Jin and Shrike are working on their training right now, which, I mean, it's not terrible, but I don't really like both of my crafters being working there. But Jin is very close to finishing lockpicking, but as you can see, look at how slowly that goes up. now that Jin is very close to the maximum there. Still worth it, you know, as we saw, being able to pick locks kind of comes in handy when you're about to be eaten by something. Okay, we have finally started to produce our own armor and, unfortunately, immediately ran into a problem of not being able to store it anyway. So, here we are, we're starting to produce our very first items. And Jin actually immediately grabbed one of them? Oh, I guess Jin popped it into an armor chest and then immediately decided, yeah, this is better than what I've got. That's actually really good. Also, really interesting because these have not been grabbed. I suppose everyone has decent items then. Let's go ahead and have a look. Let's have a gander. You've not got any items there? No, I would imagine you would have popped on a shirt at the very least, since we've got some here. Well, that doesn't really bother me too much. I will have to go through and make sure that everyone is properly kitted out at some point. But right now, I've made a couple new storage items. We are making the Tangle Musts, which honestly, better than nothing. We are also starting to make our first standard medical kits. We had to upgrade the medical workbench for that one, and this also requires hemp to make. So, you know, our hemp storage reasonably low, unfortunately. That is definitely something that we need to work on. I've gone ahead and I built a second well because we were starting to hit a bit of a bottleneck on the amount of water that we had available. And this is actually quite amazing, seeing you guys all taking care of that. I'm very, very happy to see it. We're starting to even see a stockpile of wheat straw building up. Now, how are things going in here, Soulwind? We're making a bunch of chew sticks. That's not terrible. I'm okay with that. The bread will start stockpiling, and then we'll go back to making the dust switches. As long as, generally speaking, we end up with more bread than we do cactus. So chew sticks are not made unless for some reason there's been a break in the production of our bread. So once we're back up to full speed with that, then that should be okay. Why are you eating the meat? I really am going to have to send out a group to just go and hunt beak things, because their meat the rest of the people don't gobble down. That's frustrating, guys. That is there for the pets, not for the use. Never mind. We aren't going to try and upgrade these for a while, I should imagine. I'm just going to let our food stocks get a little bit better. That being said, considering every now and then we do get Garu wandering by, that's actually quite useful. Shrike is still making... Oh no! Shrike is onto the shirts now. Let's have a look in here. Oh, that's fantastic. I approve enormously of this. Well done, Shrike. We'll have some shirts that people can pop on if they want to. I could just give them geese. I'm not big on that. Ooh, what's happening down there? Is that this perhaps a little bit of a big thing fight? Have a quick gander. Ooh, so it is. Who are they fighting exactly? They are currently fighting slave mongers. I imagine the slave mongers are all going to die very soon. But yeah, I think it's probably time for us to go out on a bit of a hunting expedition. Long overdue, in fact. So we'll be heading out to do that in the next episode. I will also stack up a building of some sort to be made. But I think not just hunting, maybe a bit of exploration. Now we've got Mongrel. We could continue to explore this area. I mean, that is really conspicuous. That huge flat area. Tempting, I've got to be honest. But we've barely looked anywhere to the south, so perhaps we should go and check things out. I've received a lot of warning that the swamps are super dangerous, so maybe we'll avoid that one. Maybe swing down in this direction. Maybe even visit a couple of the fortresses on the way. Alternatively, we could head out and see about some of the shenanigans over here. We've got a good couple of options, but I really would like to actually go out for maybe 1 or 2 episodes and properly explore the outside. Maybe even pick up some more recruits as well. We have plenty of materials now. So if we found a city, we could just have our voyagers stop off there and then have a trade caravan head out from Dustwall into Shrike and... not Shrike, I do apologize, Squim. Shrike is one of our... We're not going to send a trade caravan into Shrike. That would hurt. I can only assume that if Oxhurt is headbutting you in the stomach, it would generally be a bad day for you. Oxhurt, you're not allowed to practice fighting on Shrike. That being said, it didn't occur to me. Could we train Oxhurt on the bandit? Oh, that feels kind of rough. Honestly, I'm not sure I agree with this. I think it might be quite bad. Still, I'm considering it. I'm not gonna lie. It's somewhat tempting. But we're going to need to build up a proper little fighting arena for them, regardless. But that's going to be it from me. I really do hope you've enjoyed this episode. Dustwall is coming along, and at this point, with the extra hands available to do work, we're doing quite well, in fact. We're making our own clothing. Now that, the last thing we can actually check before we go. Yeah, armor smithing is going up. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. Yeah, armor smithing must be going up. You've had no opportunity to train it in any other way. So that's fantastic. We can make fairly cheap clothing. We can even start selling that. We might be able to get a better price on that sort of stuff. Let's have a look over here. That sell value is nothing, but what about you? Sell value is 75. What is the actual cloth itself worth? Have a look. Ooh, it's not much of an improvement, but it isn't a terrible switch there. We could even look for the best sell value items, frankly. We've got the rag shirt here. Practically nothing when you think about it, but it still isn't bad. Maybe we should pop a couple of these down. If nothing else, it'll give some blunt and cut resistance. It's virtually no resistance, realistically speaking, but it's better than nothing. But that's going to be it from me, so thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next. But until then, and as always, do take care, everyone.